Welcome to Josh Dell'Aria's Musical Escapades, everybody. My name's Josh Dell'Aria. I'm your host. Now, as I know you all know, I'm not the biggest fan of heavy metal music, but there are some metal bands that I do like. And this band, Aeverium, based out of Germany, is one of those bands. Now, don't worry, this is not one of those German metal bands where they scream everything and they shred your ears with their guitars and all that crap. Now, they do sing in English, so you will be able to understand them and all that sort of stuff. And they are probably a little bit softer than most metal bands. And that's part of the reason why I like them too. Not necessarily because they're soft, but because you can actually understand them. You know, most metal bands will have lyrics that you really can't understand because they're screaming them half the time. So I like that these guys don't necessarily scream everything, and they put things in a lot more of a musical fashion, I think, than most metal bands do. Now, I actually discovered the band back in 2017 when they released their second album, Time. And I'm going to play for you guys this first song called Hunted, which actually almost made my top 20 that year. It's one of those songs that actually I think kind of took me a while to get into and try to figure out exactly kind of what they had going on. But once I did, I thought it had a really good shot at the top 20. It just missed it by a couple of songs. Alright, well, let's first get the bad stuff out of the way. So, I'm gonna play the first verse here, and as you probably noticed when you listen to the song, the male vocals were a little bit quiet, which I don't think is necessarily the greatest thing, but I do think it does a pretty good job of setting the mood here. Yeah, I think the thing about this particular part of the song is that they're trying to make this demon out to be kind of like a shadowy figure that's kind of sneaking up on you in the night. And I think that's why that's why they make that first verse really quiet. I think they went a little too far in doing that, but I do like the idea of doing that. So I think it's a good thing, but maybe just wasn't done quite the right way. And even with that said, I think they still do a great job of bringing out the vocals in the rest of the song, kind of bringing them to the forefront and not hiding them a whole heck of a lot. Case in point, I'll play the second verse here, and I think you'll probably be able to see the difference in the way they shape their vocals.
The forest glade, I see their evil grace staring into my eyes. But there's a final chance, moving up to the edge. I catch a final breath and fall into the abyss.
Yeah, see, it's easier to hear because they're actually singing louder, obviously. So it's brought out much more in that second verse, and I actually like that a lot better. All right, let me play the chorus here next.
Restless, exhausted, nearly unconscious. I run as fast as I can, and I will not surrender to my own demon that haunts me in my head. Running and bounding, heartbeat is pounding. I don't know where I should go, and I will not surrender to my own demon that haunts me in my head.
Yeah, see, I think they do an excellent job of using great vocabulary, great imagery to really bring out the message that they're trying to talk about. And I think the words that they use are fairly unique, and I think for this situation, I think it's really, really awesome that they've used those particular words. Okay, the bridge was one of the biggest reasons why I decided to nominate this song for the top 20, so I'm going to play it here and then I'll explain why I think it's so great. So I didn't expect to have to get out my guitar to explain this part, but as I've been kind of re-listening to the song and trying to figure out how to explain this to you guys, it seems to be kind of apparent that it would help a ton if I did. So basically, what I need to explain to you here is that Aeverium is kind of feigning a transition to the major key. What they're doing is they're actually bookending the bridge with this chord. This is a C sharp major chord. Sounds like that. And that's what you're hearing. So that kind of triggers your ear to think that this is making a transition to the C sharp major key. But in between those two C sharp major chords, they go to basically only chords that would be involved in the C sharp minor key. So this B is the next one they go to here. Makes that kind of sound. But that actually belongs to the C sharp minor key, and it wouldn't really belong to the C sharp major key. The chord that would belong to the C sharp major key would sound more like this. Sounds a little weird for that point in the song. So I think that's why they went with this B minor chord. And then from there, they go to a G sharp minor and an F sharp major, and then back to that C sharp major again. Now, the big problem with this is that this G sharp minor also does not belong to the key of C sharp major. You would expect this to be a G sharp major chord, which would sound like that. But for the fact that they're playing the minor chord, it kind of throws your ear off a little bit again to kind of confuse you about, are they really transitioning into a major key, or are they staying in minor and they're just using this kind of C sharp to kind of bring about more light to the song? And that is a question that I probably couldn't answer for you, because that's the whole purpose of doing things like that, is to be ambiguous and to try to make the listener kind of figure it out on their own. So that's one of the reasons why this bridge is really great on the musical side, but I think also on the lyrical side, I think this is really where the band really brings that message out and really brings it all to a head. The emotion behind these lyrics too is really incredible. That just kind of getting that message across of, leave, never come back. I'm the only ruler of myself. And I think them putting a lot of energy into those lyrics and making them pretty loud is a really good representation of the way that the speaker should be feeling. Lastly, the other thing that I really like, and I think was really instrumental in pushing this toward the top 20, even though it didn't quite make it, was the overall message that this band was trying to spread. I just really like the idea. I think it's really inspirational that, no matter what demons or issues or anything plague us in our lives, we will have the power to overcome all those things. And that's all I got for this song for you guys. Thank you all for watching. If you guys like Aeverium, you can go and check them out on their website at aeverium.com. And as always, I will put their social media links in the description. Also, I want to apologize for being a little bit late with this video. Normally I try to get everything uploaded on Saturdays. I don't always get there, as you all know. I know sometimes I miss weeks and stuff like that, but I'm going to try to get more consistent as I can. I just got a little backed up with work this week, and my schedule's been changed around, so I'm not home for quite as long every night. So it kind of limits my time a little bit during the week now, but I'm trying to work things out where I can get them all done on weekends and stuff like that. I just kind of messed up this weekend, so I apologize again, and hopefully this week I can make a little bit better plans to get everything done on time on a Saturday. And also, as always, if there's any music that you have that you want to share, or if you know of some musician you want to share that musician's music too, please feel free to let me know. I will certainly give them a listen. You can email me here at joshdell'ariasmusicalescapades@gmail.com. Or you can send us a message on Facebook, facebook.com/JoshD'sMusicalEscapades. Or you can write it down here below in the comments, and again, I will give it a listen. You never know, it could end up right here on the show. Thank you all again for watching, and until next time, go make great music.